JuliAnne Murphy with Live in La Pura Vida, and this is day 3 of luxury living in Costa Rica. I just want to, first of all, show you the backdrop of where I am. These are some beachside condos here in South Pacific, Costa Rica, the only high-end, large-scale developer of its kind. This is one of their 3 luxury products. And I just want to show you, for luxury's sake, to take a look at how close we are to the rainforest. Now, you're right here, literally, outside your back door. And that's something that for many people is important, but for luxury living you also may, depending on your what you have in mind and how you define luxuries, we talked about in episode 2, you may want to have all the amenities right here next to the rainforest and the beach right at your fingertips. This particular, and you can see the patio there in the background as well as the building next door, which has some really clean lines and modern architecture. It's important to consider when you're thinking about luxury living in Costa Rica, what kind of living environment you want to be in. Do you want to be in a condominium that has 24-hour security, a lock and leave type of experience, where you can come and go with ease and travel in your retirement or for your work life or whatever? Or do you want to have a single family home, which is in a development, in a neighborhood, has a gate, but then has your own unique experience of living in that environment, but being kind of unto yourself with your own yard that you need to upkeep and things like that? What level of care do you want to take care of yourself versus having someone else take care of? And that's one delineation, I would say, for luxury living in Costa Rica that definitely has to be taken into consideration as you think about where you want to live in luxury in Costa Rica and how you want to live. Because maintenance and care in Costa Rica is almost a full-time job, to be honest. So depending on where you choose, if you choose to be in a condo complex like this, a luxury condominium complex next to the beach, like this one is here in South Pacific, Costa Rica, you need to think about maintenance. Now, maintenance in general is something you have to think about in this humid climate, no matter where you are. However, South Pacific, Costa Rica is definitely more humid than other areas north, even along the Pacific coast. And as such, it has an impact on your real estate, on your property, on your yard, on your garden, and how much of that do you want to be responsible for keeping up? So for some people, luxury living in Costa Rica means they want to have an environment where they come in, they have all the amenities of home, they have all the conveniences, they're close to the jungle and the rainforest and surrounded by it. As you can see behind me, all the way up, there's monkeys here pretty much every single day. But you're not actually the one having to do the upkeep. And in this particular environment here, at these beachside condos, you do have your 24-hour security, so safety and security is not a concern. Not that it's a big concern here anyway, but a lot of people like to have that. Your yard maintenance and taking care of the garden and the landscaping is all included versus via your HOA fee. There's cleaning services available if you choose to have kind of a lock and leave lifestyle, or if you're making an investment and you want to rent your particular condominium. There's a condominium pool and a property management pool that can take care of that here for you. These are all things to consider when you're considering luxury living and considering what kind of lifestyle you're going to be living in Costa Rica. Are you going to be here full-time? Are you going to be here part-time? Is this going to be a vacation rental for you, or a vacation experience that you come to, that you own the product, that you come for vacation, allow friends and family to use it, and then also want to rent it out? So all these things play into the maintenance factor and how much of what you want to do. And it's something that a lot of people don't really think about, frankly, until they've, after fallen in love, made the purchase, and then later they're like, oh, that's not available? Oh, really? That wasn't included? Okay. And then they get into a lot more costs and a lot more time and hassle, especially if they're trying to do this type of thing from a long distance, because they didn't think it through. So my advice on this edition 3 of Luxury Living in Costa Rica is to think about those things beforehand and really to know your lifestyle and know what kind of lifestyle you're wanting to live as living in luxury in Costa Rica versus coming in and just walking into the first fabulous custom home you see and then not asking all the right questions. So whether it's a condominium or an attached home above looking out over the waves, or a custom home that you need to drive up 20 minutes of crazy 4x4 roads into the mountains and the cloud forest, those options all exist. But the bottom line is know yourself first, make your list, decide what maintenance, how much money and time you want to put into those things, because the needs here are different than in an arid environment and very different than in North America and Europe especially. So, edition 3 closing out. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining me. And LaPuraVidaCostaRica.com is my expat living blog. This segment again, Luxury Living in Costa Rica. And South Pacific Costa Rica Real Estate is our real estate firm here in between Uvita and Ojochal de Osa. And that website is CostaRicaPacificRealestate.com.